Burna Boy beat.
Welcome back, everybody, to a new live edition of the Wisemen Say podcast. I Fisher alongside Jerald, Lucas, Derik, Abbott. Friends, how are we doing today?
Trying to stay warm.
Yeah, that bullshit.
I'm doing okay.
I will say that the few times that I've been able to make it like outside of the premises of my house via snow, which is only down the street to get like more general supplies, uh, the crew, and I know we've said this before, they can never discontinue the first game crew beanie giveaway thing because I see those everywhere in the past, or I've seen those everywhere in the past few days. Everybody's running videos of crew beanies. So hats off to the promotions department on that amazing marketing that lasts even through the off season.
Okay. Yeah, no, I saw a lot of people wearing them. I went to the Lightning Jackets game on Saturday,
Oh yeah, that's
and I
right.
saw a lot of people wearing those hats.
Absolutely love it.
The minion hat.
Goosebumps hat.
I saw a Minion one
Oh yeah.
yesterday. I was like, ooh, yes, the Minion one, the Goosebumps one. I've been rocking one of the more all black ones, not the Goosebumps one, but the one we had like, I don't know, a few years ago now. I never got the Minions one. I'm really disappointed.
Nothing will beat showing up to lower.com field for Christmas in February. And the whole stadium looks like a minion party. And I think 19,000 came out for Christmas, and it looked like every bit of 19,000 minion hats.
Love that. And I feel like the past few years, I've not seen too many people. I've seen less and less people reaching into the bin and grabbing like 8 of them. Like, just take one. Let everybody have one. You don't need to sell them online. You're not going to sell them for $20 online. People aren't going to pay that. Like, come on. Share the wealth. It's free.
So let me ask you guys a question. How long is it going to take for you to say Scott's Miracle Grow Field
Never.
and not revert back to low?
Never.
Oh, it'll take a minute for sure. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know why I was thinking. Oh, someone posted like it was clearly like, if you could say Photoshop anymore because most of the stuff you just assume is probably AI, but it was like the logos on the top of the stadium and then on the sides. And I was like, I could see us eventually getting to the point of calling it like the Scott or something like that. It's like eventually people will come up with some kind of like nickname off of the actual name because like Scott's Miracle Grow Field or whatever it's called again.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to say.
Yeah. I mean, I think people get used to the Scott because they'll probably say it's like a
shot?
like the shot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, I mean,
I'm happy they're a sponsor. I wanted them to be a sponsor in the first time around. I thought it'd be cool if they were one. So, but it puts a high bar for making sure that that pitch is always in immaculate shape, no matter what, because your name is now all over the stadium. So any kind of overhead shot, that pitch better be pristine.
Yeah, for sure.
Still says lower.com on the side.
Does it? When I drive to my in-laws, I drive by it on the interstate, and I always look over now in the past, like, I don't know, month or two to see if it still is up there or not, but I haven't been that way in a minute, so I haven't been able to tell, but They're gonna probably wait till like the week before or something to put it up, I would imagine.
Probably. I mean, they have 2 weeks to after the season starts. They have 2 weeks to fix it before before the home opener.
That's right. We're away for 2 weeks, aren't we? Or
Yeah,
with just one? But two of them?
2.
Okay.
Yep, Portland and KC.
Okay. I knew the
Yep.
Portland one. I didn't realize that's kind of weird. That's different.
Portland away.
No, usually it is you do either the first one home and the second one away or vice versa.
Oh yeah, or first yeah. I don't know, man. It's very weird for MLS this year.
World Cup.
It's
You know,
fair.
with the World Cup being here in the U.S. and everything, and at the end of once we play our last game in the month of May, we don't play anything again until like the end of July.
Is it really that long?
So
I guess the World Cup's long. I just never like remember how long it is because it's always 4 years apart, and we are always done. No offense, I want us to do better, but we're usually done within like 3 weeks of it.
Yeah. This has to be a this has
Oh,
to be-
job application T5S. Hello there.
that was the first one. I would assume that's hello in Mandarin.
I think I might know who that is, but
Hey. Fellas, preseason well underway. The boys are back for a couple days before heading back down to Florida.
Really? I didn't realize that. They came back and I knew they were back. I didn't realize they went back down.
They're going back down, I think Friday?
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Friday for 2 weeks it is.
All right.
I think. So I mean, obviously Jerald, you weren't at media availability today. I wasn't there because I got to sleep in my bed for the first time in 3 days and I was passed out and missed it. So, if you've been on social media today and seen anything, just maybe talk about what you've seen, some like takeaways from training or media availability today.
so I forget who posted it, but Hendrick is not looking to blow up Nancy's system, right? Because his system is similar to Nancy's, right? But he wants to revamp it. He wants to be Bob the Builder and remodel the system. Pretty much just gut it from the inside, but not tear down the outside, right? And I saw, looks like he might be running with a 3-4-3. Similar to Nancy sometimes. But it's looking good. I know Max said today that with having a new coach, everyone has to prove themselves. And so just to him it feels like he's being pushed to another level, like everybody else is getting pushed to another level. It's very promising. I really like his approach to everything, and he's a little more open when it comes to talking to the media. He's not uptight. There's some more jokes. Don't get me wrong, Nasi did have his moments when he would joke around, but like today, players that like, don't like the cold, especially that come from like Cali, like Max, and but Hendrick said, he was like, he's shocked that the city shut down during the snow. He's like, I don't understand why, but this weather makes me feel like I'm back home in Sweden. Like, he's like if we're there, right, and this type of weather comes around, everything's still functional.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's one of those. You gotta, he's got some humor, right? But at the same time, it's all about business, and he's gonna push everybody to be the best version of themselves, right? So I'm anxious to get back to media availability days so that way I can be there and get to see some of the training that they do in the bubble and things like that, or out there on the pitch, and see what has changed from last year during training till now, because it looked like they were out there having a little bit of fun in the bubble today. It looked like there were some new things that we normally wouldn't see as far as media goes, that we normally wouldn't see during the first part of training. It sucks that we only get 15 minutes of training.
Mm-hmm.
I'd wish we'd be able to get the full training, minus whatever they do in the building. Um, but I'm anxious to see what he's changed for like pre-training, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I think he's been a lot more open about, and I think we kind of talked about this initially when it came to Nancy going overseas, is I feel like he's talking a lot about things that he likes to do when it comes to the general structure, his kind of mindset of how he wants the team to play. So I've been kind of following that. One thing that kind of stood out to me is, and I can't remember which player said it, but they echoed what Jerald said in terms of like the structure is still kind of there, just or the outside of the building is kind of there, but they're remodeling the inside of it. And the player said that they thought that they were doing a lot of the similar things that he's going to ask of them, but that at times they were constantly, and I don't say constantly because that contradicts what I'm trying to say here, but at times they were playing too wide, side to side, and not as much like in the middle, or all kind of congesting into one side, kind of like what I had mentioned I'd seen from some of the clips of what his previous teams that he had been on have done. And so it was nice to see, because I think, or to see what he plans to do from like an implementation and how he wants a team to play. I think it's fairly obvious that they're not trying to necessarily look for the passes across the field back and like stretch the field side to side as much as maybe Nazi was doing. And I think it was like nice to see that the players were even kind of admitting, especially last year, that they were doing a bit more of that. And I do think that's where teams were able to really pick up on Nancy's system and be able to kind of have a counterattack from a broad sense, not from the game sense necessarily, but like a game plan towards how to stop that type of play, because you knew they were going to do that. So if you have a coach and a team who's more inclined to gum up the wheels, purposefully, and kind of get everybody a little discombobulated, but they have a purpose on what they're doing, I think that's, a great kind of wrinkle into what we were previously doing. And I think that having these players that are already familiar with that helps speed up the learning curve that otherwise you would have with someone who's going to come back in. And, if you had like a Porter or a Berhalters who were to come in and have a totally different system than what, what this new one is supposed to be. So I'm excited about that. And then what Jerald said about like the competition aspects, I think that, um, I like that the players are recognizing that they all have to step up. Like Arson, especially someone who is continually getting called up to Team USA, has clearly aspirations of playing for them in the World Cup, knowing that like he's not just gonna, the new coach is not gonna come in and just gift him that spot because he had played well at the end of last year. It's still kind of, you've got to earn your position, and you've got to, fight other players for that playing time still. And, what was last year and things like that, it doesn't necessarily correlate to this year, especially with a new system. It's who's going to be able to master that the most. And I think you'll probably see that a little bit more in some positions more than others, obviously, especially that front line. I mean, I think regardless, they're kind of all battling for positions. I think, we expect to see what we saw last year. But some of those other outside positions and in the back and things like that, it'll be interesting. And it could end up being the entire, kind of lineup that we anticipate on the first day, but at least knowing that they're going to compete and have to make sure that they're ready to, earn those positions in
Yeah.
preseason is great. I love that.
I think the player that you mentioned where they said they're playing like a little bit too much side to side and whatnot. I did see Patrick Murphy tweet that Arston had said that today.
Oh, okay. So it's Arson.
And yeah, so and I mean he has a point, right? I mean, at times it was just go from one side to the other, kind of go through Nagby, Shambo, Morris when he was here, just kind of go through them, but the exit would be the wings, right? Um and I mean at times it worked, right? But as time went on, I think it got a little bit too repetitive and it got
Yeah.
a little bit too um what's the word? Where
Predictable.
yeah, predictable, thank you.
Yeah.
It got a little bit too predictable because then it would be if there's a bad pass from one of the center mids, then it's a counterattack the other way for the other team. And when we're not good at getting back on defense with counterattacks from other teams, obviously.
Exactly.
So it's interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see um how he kind of takes that away and kind of puts his own twist on it,
Hmm.
right? Um I also think that with Columbus really not making any moves, maybe we made a couple moves, I'd
Yeah,
say
a few, like,
one or
nothing that's
two.
like, I saw one actually, funny enough, today I saw one of the moves that we made. The player is, I'm blanking on his name again, which shame on me, but he was like about to be with the team, and I had legitimately forgot that we like signed him. So like I think there were like two of them that we signed, and I'd already forgotten that we had done them. And it's no slight on the players by any means, but it's just, these weren't moves everyone was clamoring about. And
Yeah.
you got a lot of teams sucking up the ecosphere of moves. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything.
Well, was it Bangora?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. The implementation of him and the new guys that we signed to homegrown deals. Be
Yeah.
interested to see how he kind of fits them into the squad if they're even on the match day roster and stuff like that. So it's going to be one of those, you know, success stories if all goes well,
Hmm.
right? Um and if you let's think about this really quick. I just thought about this the other day. Because I think it was Chris Dorn had asked Amundsen when the guys were down in Florida. Um Within the first year or two, there's been success with the coach,
Hmm.
right? If we think about Greg Berhalter arriving in 2014, missed the playoffs. 2015, what happened? We make it to MLS Cup final, right? Caleb Porter, no playoffs in the first year. What happens the second year? We make MLS Cup final. We win MLS Cup.
During the pandemic, so not
Yeah,
an easy feat by any means.
no. Nancy, here for 3 years. First year we win the MLS Cup. So I don't know. Is writing on the walls here, or what are we thinking about the optimism for Rydstrom's first year at the Black and Gold?
I mean, I think you should be optimistic based upon what Jerald especially was kind of laying out in terms of like, we're not implementing a brand new system. So a lot of these players have the experience of playing in something similar. They should be able to adapt a lot quicker. In Nancy's case, when he came in, that was a totally different system, and frankly, shocking, at least for myself, that they were able to for it to go so well that we won a championship. And we've talked about how that first game went, and I think everyone's expectations took a bit of a nosedive at that point because of just like what we saw, but it obviously panned out in the end. So I don't know. I mean, my expectations is, I mean, the absolute minimum is playoffs. I think that should always be our expectation as a team. But I'm thinking, like, this might be a little ahead of myself, but like Eastern Conference Finals, something like that, where you are, I think that generally that should be probably where we should expect our bar, at least for now, until we see otherwise. But I mean, if you got an extra few dollars laying around, you want to throw them on them winning the championship, I don't think that's like the craziest thing. I mean, I think there's a lot worse things out there you could do with that money. But I don't know. I would say like playoffs, win a first round is kind of where I'm sitting at for now.
I'm telling you right now, somehow, some way, we are going to get Columbus Crew, FC Cincinnati, Eastern Conference Final, Sergio Boyko. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
It would be, yes, they would certainly.
It's going to happen.
I want it at home. I want it for us to be at home, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
no, I'm not going back down 71 South, down to that trash hole, even though it's a nice stadium. No offense to any Cincinnati fans if you guys are watching or watch this podcast at all. But I want it home. I want it here in Columbus, Sergio Boyko, FC Cincinnati, Eastern Conference Final. I want chaos. I'm telling you, I want chaos.
There would be chaos. You could guarantee that with that type of setup, there would be chaos.
Ted, Uncle, one more time.
No.
I'm so happy he retired.
I don't want to see that name on any match day card ever again.
I'm so happy he retired because my word.
So I'm in Hendrik's first year. I'm saying championship.
We winning or just making it?
Winning the whole thing.
Love it.
Winning the whole goddamn thing. Let's go win the whole goddamn thing. Hell yeah.
And here's also this is gonna be a hot take. It might even melt the snow outside.
I would appreciate that actually.
I didn't want to share it yet.
It might make the snow and ice melt, but I think they have the team. Hendrik's a good coach. I think they can pull off the double.
Which other cup?
Shield and
the Shield. Oh, you're going Shield. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were.
I know there's a lot of people out there that would say that would be very happy about that. That is the championship.
If I really wanted to turn it from winter to summer real quick, I'd say the trifecta, winning either Leagues Cup or Open Cup, plus the Shield, plus MLS Cup.
I think a lot of people, if any Crew fans want a treble, it'll be Open Cup, Shield, MLS Cup, because winning another Leagues Cup title is just like, oh yeah, we've won one before. There's not a lot of joy in winning that. We've already won it one time, as opposed to the Open Cup, where the last time we won an Open Cup was what, 2002. 2002. What's that, 24 years? So in 2 decades plus some, we haven't won an Open Cup.
And that goes in the facade of the stadium field.
The banner
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean that would be a big deal for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think the
So
last time, I mean, to your point about the Leagues Cup,
I think
to me, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
Oh, I was just saying the Leagues Cup. I think I was excited for it last time because it felt like in that game, at least to me personally, it didn't feel like our chances of making a run in the playoffs were as great that season. So like the Leagues Cup to me felt like that was our chance to win a trophy. So I was like immensely hyped up for that game. And when we won, like I wasn't on the level of MLS Cup, obviously, but like to me, that was a really big deal at the time. Over the course of time in and of itself, doesn't necessarily mean as much. But I mean, yeah, you would want US Open Cup. People would lose their minds over that.
People lost their minds when we weren't even in the competition.
Well, yeah. That's true.
I mean,
And we had Crew 2 made it a little bit, you know, they lost in like the second round, I think it was, that they were in there. You know,
Was that
after
versus
round of
Detroit?
32.
Was that the one versus Detroit? No, that's a different
No.
one I'm thinking of.
Crew 2 lost to Pittsburgh 1-0 at home.
Oh yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was there for that one.
Hey, losing to
like
Pittsburgh
they-
1-0 that's a very good feat, honestly.
Mhm.
Because
But you
Pittsburgh
know
runs
what?
right over teams.
Yeah.
But you know what? Seeing, you know, Pittsburgh pretty much was a team of grown men going up against a team that was kids, and the kids were holding their own again and was not backing down from the physicality, you know, of Pittsburgh. Like they were matching energy with Riverhounds. Like it was, to me, it was a good match. You know, the match that they had before that, which was the New York Renegades, that was, to me, was a joke. They blew the bankers of Long Island out of the water. You know, because I mean, it was pretty much a team of investment bankers that, you know, practiced whenever they could after they were on Wall Street ripping people off on the stock market. You know, but I can't remember the final score, but it just was, that one was like, that was too funny to watch. But then the game against Pittsburgh, that was, hats off to the kids, right? So then now you fast forward to this year, now the first team is back in it. And the star power that you know, the power that, you know, the players that they have now. I think it's Open Cup. You know, Open Cup is, you know, they have a chance to win Open Cup. But as far as first year underneath Hendrick, I think it could be Shield and MLS Cup.
Shield would be pretty cool.
Shield would be awesome.
I mean, I kind of
especially
like
like
last
if
year
you
and the year
got,
before, but I'd be down for
if
Shield.
you got
for sure.
especially if you got contenders like FC Cincinnati, where, you know, they might not make it happen in this window, but possibly in the summer, Kevin Denke could be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're asking, I think it's like between 28 and 35 million for him.
Wow.
And
they offered 25, but Cincinnati wants more than 25.
Dang.
Yeah.
You know, but the team that is looking at Kevin, they have the funds to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, so you got that. Then you're talking about, I don't think the retirement team at Inter Miami is going to be strong enough, you know, considering half their, you know, 3/4 of their team is going to be playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And they're getting rid of a lot of their young talent to bring in some of these, you know, I'm not taking away from some of these players' star power that they had maybe in their prime, but you're bringing in some of these grandpas into MLS and getting rid of the young kids. to where you're getting maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe 3 years most out of some of these old players, right? And once they all actually go to a retirement center, where does that leave Inter Miami, right? You got
They're all
Orlando,
chips in the
who's
middle
pretty,
for sure.
Orlando is pretty much, it's like being at an auction at the state fair. Step right up and you're getting, auctioned off.
Yeah.
Philly cleaned house like they got evicted out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Everything must go like they went bankrupt. Like, so I mean, you got teams, but then you got teams coming up like Chicago, like New England, Nashville, right? That have chances. So I mean, some of the ones that you've seen in the last 5 years, 5-6 years, be contenders are starting to fall off now. So the chances for Columbus to to win the Shield and the Cup, to me, I think it's probably about a 84% chance of pulling off both, but I say about a 93% chance of winning MLS Cup.
Bump it up 3 more percent, and I think that you were spot on.
Which one?
to get to 96%.
Let me get to World Cup, and then I'll bump it up to 96.
Okay.
This guy.
I hear you.
Really quick, Wiseman Pod listeners, the official Wiseman merch store is live. Hoodies, tees, mugs, hats. I have mine right here. And Derik has a hat. There we go. If you rep the black and gold, we've got something for you. Grab the new drop at the link in the description below. It supports the show, and you will also look great doing it. Just to show you guys what we have here: beanie, hats, tote bags, desktop mat, mugs, wine glass, tumbler, another mug, stickers. Derik, I know you were asking about stickers also.
Yes.
This is the rope cap that Derik has. Snapback. I'm getting a snapback. I do not care because that is actually very sick.
Yes.
Oh my God. I love that. Sweatshirts, long sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, t-shirts again. And yeah, other than that, we have other stuff on the way for the warmer months. All tops are unisex. So that's also a very big plus. And yeah, be sure to either click the link in the description below or scan the QR code at the top right-hand screen, at the top right-hand of your screen, if you are watching on a PC, and use your phone to do that. Fellas, multiple teams have also been getting players. One of our very own could be on the way out. We don't know yet. But what do we think of all these rumors? I mean, we just saw today AZ Jackson has
back.
To Vancouver Whitecaps, a loan to buy option from the team he was with in Poland. We know João Klaus to LA Galaxy. What do we think of all these teams getting players, man? And here we are just sitting twiddling our thumbs. God damn.
Well, one you forgot to mention is the one that just was broke, I think, yesterday or today. Chicho Arango signed a contract with San Jose. And
that was
then
broke
now
today. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And is now leaving San Jose to go to Nacional.
So he signed that contract with them.
With San Jose. And now he wants to go to Nacional. So,
oh wow,
that's big.
I didn't realize he signed that contract.
Now San Jose has pretty much 3 open DP spots.
That's wild.
I
I mean, that's I don't even know what to make of that.
I mean that makes more sense for what, Timo Werner, right?
Yeah,
There we
like
go.
you had these players and you signed, with San Jose when they had these players, and now here you are after you done signed with San Jose, and now they're all gone.
That's I
Like,
mean, that's tough. If you're a San Jose fan, I feel for you because we thought that losing Christian and Cucho last year, like right before the season, was like tough, and it certainly was. But we felt like we still at least had some kind of firepower. But there, I mean, that's like decimating the team, in my opinion.
hell, Christian might go up on waivers, or might be
Ramirez?
part of some type of Because look at Galaxy, they have Gabriel Peck, Joseph Pantsil. Now they got Klaus.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just like, where's that leave Superman, right?
He might be going to San Jose, actually.
I can't see him going to San Jose. I'm not going to say it won't happen, but
they need some gold.
But I mean, you got that, and then I'm happy for AZ being back in MLS because he looked miserable over there in Poland. Now he'll be back here in MLS to where I think in Vancouver's system he'll flourish. I think he'll flourish with Brian White and Sebastian Berhalter and
yes,
everybody else there. I think he'll flourish there. I mean, as far as us go, I knew after we got Bangura or whatever the hell his name is, I knew we weren't going to be getting anybody else. Right. I figured they would probably be getting rid of some players to make room for the summer. I just don't see. I don't see Issa as a aggressive GM. Right. I think he's too. I think he's being too passive. Right. And I know a lot of Crew fans have been hollering for, Issa to be out. I think if some of these trade rumors or transfer rumors, if they fall to the wayside, and then, there's not, and I'm gonna say it, there has to be a flashy signing in the summer for him to keep his job. To me, that's the only way he keeps his job, because when you're talking about Cincinnati brings in Kevin Denke, then they also go get Tom Barlow. They've sold off Brenner again. They've they're doing that. Then they're seeing what Philly's doing, what New York what New York has done, bringing in Cade Cowell, and now they're after Jorge Rubalcaba.
I think they just signed him.
You know what? Yeah, so what NYCFC's doing, what New England's doing, what Nashville's doing, right? What Charlotte did, is doing Atlanta's doing, right? So I mean, if you want to be competitive and stay at the top of the Eastern Conference, you have to be aggressive in getting players.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have players that want to go to Europe to further their career because they feel like they've reached their peak in MLS, or they need more playing time, let them go. get what get what you can, from the transfers, right? And be able to go get those flashy signings too that are going to make, an instant impact coming in, right? I mean, otherwise pay the players you have. Pay the players that you have, and let them get minutes, let them get out there on the field and play. Let them be happy.
Yeah. The last thing you want is a disgruntled player out there because you're not, no matter what, you're not going to get top performance from them most likely. And
But it ain't even about performance though. The players talk around the league. So if there's a GM or there's a coach that's stopping a player's career, they're gonna talk to other players like, yeah, don't go there. If you want to just be, put in the timeout corner and forgot about, right? Then go to Columbus. But if you're trying to further your career, if you're trying to, get to like Europe, or, if you're trying to get to England, or, you're trying to get onto a World Cup roster, every 4 years, or playing, in the Gold Cup, or Nations League, whatever the case, right? Don't come to Columbus. And that's what hurts a team, is when players are disgruntled with the front office, with the head coach, with other players, and nothing's being done about it. Now you got players that's not going to want to come to the club.
Yeah, and I think to your
And
point,
besides the performance too, so.
And I think it kind of, we're touching on really probably two different players in particular for the Crew when it comes to, and Connor kind of asked as well about, like, you have a Max Arfston and then you have a Russell Rowe. And when it comes to like a Russell Rowe, my initial thought was, well, they're offering us, I forget what they said, 2 million, whatever it was. If he, these are just going off of the reports that people have like tweeted out, or, on all the socials. If he wants to go there and someone's offering us 2 million for somebody who for us does not start, my initial thought is that seems like a pretty good return for him. And I'll be the first to admit, I was very up and down on him last year, but at times he has shined, and other times, at least in my opinion, maybe he hasn't shown up as much. But in general, I mean, consistent in and of itself when he's had the chance to play. But that kind of is what the crux of it is. So, he wants more playing time and wants to progress himself over in Europe. My initial thought was like, if he wants to do that and we can get some money for him, let's do it. Let's just do it. And then my next, as I'm progressing through when I first saw the kind of the headlines about it, my next thought was like, how do you replace that depth piece? Because anytime he comes on the field, I still have full confidence in him to go out there and like play well and everything. So my next thought was that, like, I don't know, I kind of want to keep him. But then I go back to, and this kind of parlays into what you were saying too, Jerald, about like them bring in flashy people, because who's, without us going completely through the depth chart, who would be next up? And you have someone who just signed a homegrown deal in Chase, where I'm like, okay, he was kind of tearing it up for a little bit. Maybe we want to see what he can do. But again, that's someone who needs the minutes to be able to do that. And we don't know, he's very much, and we don't know what we have there. So like that could be a spot where you could also go make a splashy, get somebody who has a little more experience to be that option off the bench. If you're going to let Russell Rowe go to Europe, and to your point, Jerald, I eventually sit on the side of, I agree. If that's what the player wants and we can get a return for it, I think we should probably just do that. But then with like Max Arfston, on the other hand, I think about how, like, if he wants changing right now to, like, for him to leave right now, I think would be misguided, because he's going to be most in all, unless something wild happens, he's going to be starting for us. He's going to get minutes. He's going to be in a system that he relatively knows well. Again, back to our first conversation about how it's going to be a little, mixed up or whatever. But he, in general, is going to know our system and be able to play in that and play well. And you're getting those minutes leading up to a World Cup where he's been called up consistently to the national team. So for him, I think waiting until that summer transfer window after the World Cup makes more sense for someone like him. I mean, ultimately, I would love to keep all of our players forever, but I also know, especially after last year, I've definitely grown through my fandom of like, I at first was always like, why do these players want to go anywhere? But I've come off of that. I understand for most players, Europe and beyond is really what you want to do from a progression standpoint in your career. So I understand now when they like want to leave, MLS is not up there with, the Premier League and some of these other leagues out there. And hopefully at some point we get that to that point, but we're not there. And so if they want to make that jump, I think that's why a lot of people were drawn to Columbus years ago, is because with the promise of like, you're going to have a great time here, comfortable living, all of these things. You're going to be in contention for championships. You're going to get playing time. And then when the time comes, we're going to let you continue to go and flourish in your career where it may, fit both team and player. Although typically, if the player doesn't want to go, you're not going to send them somewhere 9 times out of 10. But I think that there's definitely some nuances to each of those, and those are only 2. There's probably more we just don't know about yet in terms of like offers and things like that. So, I mean, that's just kind of where I sit on those right now personally, but I can only go off of, what we know from what we see reported. So, I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it.
Off crew related, did you guys see Thomas Aviles got loaned to Montreal? the Miami defender, young guy, I can't remember if it's Tito or Toto Aviles, got loaned to Montreal.
That does not happen too often.
That's why when you guys are talking, I was just like, yeah. And
oh my god.
Miami got Luis Barraza as a free agent, a goalkeeper. Yeah. So, all right then. Whatever.
Never lack of excitement in the MLS. Yeah. That is for sure.
Just like I said, they're getting rid of their young guys, and they're bringing in grandpas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Luis Barraza is not that young. I don't think. I don't know. He's probably I think like mid-30s. I think it is, maybe early 30s.
Yeah, so he might be, he's not the cool uncle.
Barraza. He's 29. Doesn't look 29. Oh, he's a Scorpio. His birthday is November 8th. Yay.
Go figure. And no, Connor, to answer your question, I don't think we sign anybody else before this window closes.
Yeah, no. I think we're pretty much set for everything. Galaxy signed Eric Tommy today. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did not see that.
I think from KC. No, free agent. He was a free agent. So yeah, they signed him today. Obviously João Klaus. There's quite a bit of people on here that are very surprising to me. That are just any like signings that I've seen just gone under the radar.
There's so many of them. It's hard to keep up, honestly.
Yeah.
Or like rumors of people and like it's the Wild West out there a little bit.
The San Diego FC transferred Patty McNair to Hull City. Um,
I saw that.
I didn't see that at all, which is crazy.
What was
Yeah.
it like last week? There was like one day where we were all just sending each other in a text thread like all these crazy like rumors and
shit
moves
ton
and
of
stuff.
freaking yeah.
Non-stop.
Edgar, greetings from LA. Big ups to the Wisemen. Hello, Edgar. Congratulations on signing Eric Tommy. What does he bring to the Galaxy? While you're here in the chat.
Yeah, give us a little scouting report.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I was just going through it and I'm like, I don't remember seeing that at all. So I don't know. I think I'm with Jerald on this one. We have to get somebody good. We have to get somebody like marquee. Not like an Mbappe or a Vinny Jr. or anybody like that, but
You can't
like,
afford him.
well, yeah, we can't afford any top 100 football players in the
I was
world.
gonna say, do we have any DP spots open? We may have already talked about this weeks prior, and I don't remember.
Oh, Daniel, Diego,
And Ali.
Abu Ali.
I guess we might have a U22 actually. That could be an open spot potentially.
Yeah. Benzema. I don't think we can afford Benzema. Like Connor says. I don't think we can afford Benzema. But give us somebody like I don't know, maybe like
Declan Rice.
Nope, can't afford him either. Like an Aiden Morris. Give us somebody like an Aiden Morris to Columbus. I mean,
Bring him back.
That would be the funniest thing. Is if they go and bring him back to be Nagby's replacement.
Oh, great.
Edgar says Tommy follows the pattern of new additions that are lunch pail guys, not flashy and can fill several roles, are solid teammates and starters on their former clubs. That's fair.
You need
Eric
guys like
Tommy is
that.
also probably getting up there in age, I believe. So, moving on, just any general MLS news. I mean, I'm looking at the site right now. By the way, they have streams of 2 Inter Miami preseason games if anybody cares.
What?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember when you could stream any preseason game but they did it on like the team websites and stuff.
I
Now
remember
they're
that.
only showing Miami games on the league website. Oh my.
I remember that.
Not surprised, but oh yeah, I remember I was at like bars watching it on my phone, like pulling up like the cruise website that wasn't like fit for phones, wasn't like set up for mobile devices, and like stretching the screen so I could watch a preseason game against Phoenix Rising or whoever.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Inter Miami is charging $5 a pop for their preseason games on One Football. I don't know that I would pay $5 to see a preseason game.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Why?
Like we didn't talk about because it wasn't like nobody could see it, but like I saw some of their clips from when we played Naples FC last week.
Yeah.
And I mean, every clip I saw, we were doing penalty kicks, which was great to see. But in and of itself, I'm like, all right, I'm glad I'm glad the money option wasn't there, because I probably would have maybe talked myself into it, and I'm glad I didn't.
Y'all mentioned Chicho leaving MLS. Yeah, we did, which is crazy.
That's wild.
They're only doing it because the Messi. Huh?
Chicho just got back.
Oh, to MLS.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're only doing it because the Messi fanboys will pay for anything, literally.
Yeah.
That
true.
is literally it. Martin Paz is now with Ajax, by the way. FC Dallas goalkeeper.
Oh,
I saw
yeah,
that.
yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. I don't see much on the. Just general news, other than a whole bunch of transfers. So I guess that's good. I guess maybe, possibly. I don't know.
And there's no more leagues pass.
I was going to
So,
mention that, and I didn't know if that was like
Yeah.
technically news to anybody or not. But yeah, it's all not behind the paywall anymore. I mean, I think that should have been the move in the first place. Honestly,
What? No MLS season pass?
yeah, they should have just put it on the main thing. I mean, if people are already playing for Apple,
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of these streaming services do that, where like you have to pay to get another tier to do it, and I think I don't know. This is just my opinion on how I look at some of it, where like it kind of stunts the growth because like I'm getting to the cap where like I am not adding another streaming service. There's no way, and I'm not
Yeah.
upping any more tiers. So like even like I guess the most recent example of this, there's two examples I can kind of compare. Apple got F1. That's not behind a paywall. You can watch that on there at once the season starts. It'll all be on Apple. As long as you have Apple, you can watch it. Then you have ESPN launch their unlimited, whatever. I don't know what it's called exactly, but like if you're a wrestling fan, they're putting primarily, other than like 2 to maybe might be up to 4, like pay-per-views a year are going to be on main ESPN, like WrestleMania, and ones that even non-wrestling fans would know about. But if you were a wrestling fan, you wouldn't watch any other like pay-per-view or whatever they call them now. You have to pay for their extra service, which is like $30 a month. It's crazy. So like getting rid of the league's pass is definitely the move, because you inevitably will draw in some kind of casual fan. I'm now more inclined, even though I had the league's pass, to watch these other games. I used to love watching MLS After Dark and these West Coast games. But then you got to go in the league's pass and like flick through 15 different things to get to the game. And I'm like, I don't know. And this is maybe me being lazy, but like, I'm like, it wasn't as enticing.
I forgot to Portland got, Brandon By in the offseason from New England. And they also got Cole Bassett today from Colorado. So they're trying to cook something up there with Timber's Army and everything. Timber Joey.
Edgar says, are MLS season ticket holders supposed to get access to all of Apple TV now? I don't know,
honestly.
That would be a really nice perk for the season ticket holders. I mean, you would convert people to potentially keeping Apple around, maybe. If they start falling into like Ted Lasso, I think season 4 is supposed to be coming out.
Yes.
I've kind of fallen off it myself, but like
cannot wait.
Okay, see, so like yeah, like you get stuff like that's going to be on there at the same time. I mean, the season's really long, so like if they put a bunch of stuff up there people get locked into, they're more inclined to keep Apple around, and it benefits both MLS and Apple in that part. So
yeah,
I think that was like more of a money short-sighted thing that they initially went with, and realized very quickly that you're only going to get so many subs per year.
Oh yeah. Colorado's a big question mark this season. I can agree with that. I mean,
I think they're kind of going down a little bit.
I think they
are, like
too.
My opinion of like their competitiveness.
I think they are too. But then again, they'll have that one great game against LAFC or something like that, and it's just like, all right, well, this team is weird.
They'll get to bust out the orange ball like once or twice a season. It'll be all the rage. They'll get a lot of publicity off of it, guaranteed.
Only a couple players in that I see. Lots of players out. Of course, this isn't updated just yet, but I think the competitiveness for Colorado is just going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be lucky to even sniff a wild card or a play-in.
Yeah. Love this energy here. Cavs just posted that Wisemen and Steven are honorary guests at the Cavs-Lakers game. And we don't play a game in Cleveland, so that is nice.
Yes.
We'll gladly lend some players up there from time to time. What's that, Jerald? You put your finger up like you're about to drop some bad news on us or something.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, okay. Good point.
Anything can happen before they're,
True. Very good point.
And I'm not driving back up to Cleveland because last time I went up there, my window got shot up.
What?
Not like actually shot.
No, there was a BB hole in there.
Oh.
It was a rock.
Are you sure that wasn't from like a semi or something?
Something happened. We were on the freeway, and I didn't know until the next day. I looked. I was like, "Well, damn! Somebody must have not have liked my driving."
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, now that I see this, yeah, I do remember seeing that. They do get a complimentary subscription to Apple TV.
Like forever?
I'll probably say for the year, yeah.
I mean, that's nice.
Unless season pass paywall offering the same or better way. Yeah, that now I do remember hearing that. Yeah.
See, that's nice. That's cool.
It'll probably be for the year. Which
and I'm not a
reminds
season
me,
ticket holder of any other like sport that's on a streaming service. But like everyone else should really take that into consideration.
yeah.
I had NBA Leagues Pass 1 year because I got like a discount or free from my cable network. And then the next year I forgot about it naturally. And I got charged like $250 for it. And I like lost my mind. I'm like, I don't, I'm never going to watch this. This is crazy. And I argued with them. I did not win the argument, shockingly. And they kept it on. But I made sure to get rid of that immediately afterwards. But like, I think those are like small things that go a long way for people, and it benefits everybody involved.
Yeah. Last segment.
Dude got a question for you boys and all the fans at home. Now that Darlington Nagbe is retired, who wears the armband?
Ooh.
Steven.
I would say Steven too, but I thought I saw that in the Naples scrimmage, it was Diego.
I don't know.
I would assume Steven. I always thought that was like a foregone conclusion, honestly.
Yeah, same. I would probably say
but
Steven.
It's hard. It's hard to say, it's foregone, but what about Sean?
He's the other one I would guess, to be honest.
I would say at a seniority, it'd be Steven.
My problem with Diego, and it's not a negative. I mean, take it how you will, but if you watch the games and how much he is talking to the refs, I don't know that I want. He's going to talk to the refs no matter what. So I just think
But it could also cost a yellow card if he's not captain and talking to the refs. It could, if they start enforcing that, it could cost him a yellow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, he did. Diego just needs to shut up and play. Stop.
Oh,
try.
Oh,
sorry, I saw what Edgar was making for dinner.
To me, Diego just needs to, it's cool to, every now and then to talk to the ref. But when you're talking to him like it's a CBS soap opera,
as the world turns. I don't know if that one.
As the world turns, or Days of Our Lives, or
what's the Young and the Restless? Been on forever.
That part.
There's times when it's cool to talk to the ref, but when you start overdoing it every single foul,
yeah,
like you weren't the one foul. Why the hell are you talking to the ref? The captain needs to be talking to the ref.
Mm-hmm.
You were on the bench. Why are you talking to the ref after the match? Like,
Yeah.
Like, bruh, play soccer, or become a coach.
General Hospital. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me. Last one. We'll kind of do this very quickly. Jerald wanted to do this over unders for the season. So we'll go. I'll give you guys three categories. You guys say I'll lay the line. You guys say over or under. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So first one we have obviously goals scored. I'm gonna set the line at 42.5.
Over.
Over 42
Over.
and a half. Okay. Over. Okay. We're gonna go. We're gonna go corner kicks for the season. Okay. I'm gonna set the over
season.
for the season. Yes.
This scares me.
For the season. I'm
This
gonna
would scare
set the
me.
line at 183.5.
I have no context to like what it normally is either. I can
I
tell
don't
you,
either.
I felt like last year we did not have as many as we have had in the past. When we had Lucas Zellerion, it felt like we had a bazillion of them.
I'm not filling anything out, my friend. I am chilling right here. I don't even have a betting app. Well, I have one betting app.
What'd you say that was?
Corner kicks 183.5.
I'm gonna go less.
You're gonna go under?
Yeah.
Okay.
My reasoning is that I think we should get, if I'm reading how I think, if we're playing the way that I think we should be playing, I don't think we should have a lot of congestion in front of the goal box.
Okay.
Jerald, are you frozen?
Is he? I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're thinking very hard.
I know. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that big of a question. All right. Well, we'll wait until he gets back in here. For the first one, I'll probably go for goals. I'll go over 100%. For corners, I'll probably go under. Quite honestly, because you think about it. I mean, how on average, how many corner kicks did we get last season? Like what, 7?
At most. A lot of games it felt like we barely scratched the surface of corners.
Yeah, right. So I think I'll do under on corners. Also, I wonder if that is like an actual thing to bet on
like season,
like season totals. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm opening up.
I've
opening
actually
up
never looked up that before. I usually will just do like how far will they make it, or wins is probably on there, but I don't know if they even go to goals. Well, why are you looking that up? Connor said I have a bold prediction to make. We sign I'm gonna probably pronounce this wrong. Galazzo Zellerion, Lucas's nephew, and have another Zellerion in Columbus. I mean, that would be awesome. Oh, I hope he's good. I have no context to how he is as a player, but I mean, that'd be incredible to have another Zellerion on the team.
Yeah.
I also saw that Scalotto's son, maybe, is like doing pretty well in his league. And like he had a what's it called? A Olympico? Galasso? Now I'm blanking on the name. But anyways, he had a really good goal that was circulating on the internet. So I saw people like, we should bring him to Columbus. I mean, couldn't hurt. I don't know where he's at, but I mean, that would be
Whoa! Where did I get that from?
What you got?
Oh, wait. I found it. I know. Oh, it finally hit. So at the Jackets game the other night, if you signed up right before puck drop and the Jackets scored first, Fanatics would give everybody who
yes,
$25 in fan cash, and I got it.
And you got it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wait.
I signed up for that the last game I went to. Now that you said that, I totally forgot that was a promo by them. And they didn't score first, unfortunately. That's sweet. So is that fan cash in terms of like you can use that to bet on, or is that like they want it for the Fanatics like website? You know, you can like earn fan bucks or whatever.
I can use that to bet on and win money.
Does it have to be one bet, or can it be sprinkled around? That's
it
nice.
Can be sprinkled around.
I love that.
That's oh my god!
The past where it's like you got to use it on one. I'm like, what the heck am I going to use this?
Nope.
That's
sweet. I was wondering. I was like, bro, like the Jackets scored first. Where's my money?
That's great.
Finally found it. The only future that I see is MLS Cup winner, and the Crew are still at plus 5,000.
I mean,
so $10 to win you 500, I think. Yeah. Because if it was plus 500, $10 to win you 50.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Plus 5,000, 10 get you $500. Yeah.
I like that.
All right, so I said under on corners. Jerald hasn't given an answer because he froze. This guy was deep in thought.
He's been doing some research. That's what happened. He's out here looking at all the lines.
This guy is deep in thought.
No, my internet went out for a second.
183 and a half corners over total corners for the season. And the internet goes out.
I'm gonna go over.
Over?
Okay. Good. I like that. We got differing opinions. I love that.
Yeah. I said under.
I said under too.
Yeah. All right. Last one. This is hard. We'll go individual player stat. Okay. And we're gonna go Daniel Gazdag assists.
Assists.
Yes. I'm gonna set the line at 7.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go like 20, and I was about to be like,
what
are you talking about?
7.
Over.
I'm gonna go under.
Under, okay. That's hard. I'm gonna go. Oh, see, now here's the thing, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, if the number hits exactly on the dot, it counts as a hit, right?
The push.
Okay, yeah, push, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say he gets 7 exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of pushing right there.
It's a little bit of an unknown, I feel like, because I don't know that he fit in the best in Nancy's system. It was just kind of for lack of a better term, it felt like kind of a mess. Like I know that he could play better than what we saw.
Yeah.
And it just,
I think it was just what Nazi was trying to have him, be a Swiss Army knife and take on too many roles on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
That it messed with his psyche. So, new coach, new expectations. I say over 7 assists, and I'm gonna raise 7. It too, Ty.
Huh?
I'm gonna raise it too. Over 8 goals. for Daniel.
See that? Is Daniel going to take the PKs on this team?
No.
I feel like he'd be
He
third in
needs
line
to.
for PKs.
I feel like it'll either be Wes or Diego.
That's what I was thinking too. I think he'd be third in line typically.
Yeah. Now, I will say if he draws one, then yeah, 100% he's going to take it. I mean, he drew that one against who was that? DC? And it was yeah, he drew one against, I think it was DC, gave it to Diego, then Diego's like, no, you take it, because he needed that goal. He needed that goal.
He really did.
He needed that. Yeah, I could probably get behind 8 goals for Daniel.
Connor said 10 goals and 9 assists for Gazdag.
Oh, this guy's going even. This guy, he's all right, Jerald. What's your ante now? You gonna up the ante or no?
9 assists.
You gonna up the ante or no?
Gazdag's final total for the end of season is going to be 13.
Wait.
We couldn't hear it very well.
Oh shit! Okay, hang on. Wait a second. All right.
There you go.
It's going to be 13 goals, 9 assists.
13 and 9. All right. Are we including playoffs or regular season? You know what, Connor? That's a very good question.
We didn't.
I was just going. I was just whatever. I mean, hey, whatever you think is going to happen. Quite honestly, I was saying regular season because they don't. Yeah, playoffs are a lot harder to kind of gauge.
If we, God forbid, don't make it, or we only play in the first round. I mean, you get, 3 games or whatever, but I would say regular season too. That's at least predictable enough that you know how many games you're going to play.
Yeah.
I'm throwing the blanket. I'm saying in all competitions,
Gazdag
will have 13 goals, 9 assists.
So you're saying across all competitions, across MLS, Open Cup, Leagues Cup, playoffs.
Yes.
All right. 13 goals, 9 assists. All right. Connor says 25 and 30.
25 to 30.
Oh, 25 to 30 and 7 for Wes, 15 and 20 for Rossi, goals and assists. I'm not going to lie to you. When I did the club preview for Bob at I-80, I said Wes was probably going to go for 25 to 30.
I mean, if
he's healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if we do that, we're already hitting you're so close on over of goals at 42.5 that you just need like 3 of them to luck in from literally anybody else in the pitch.
For sure. My word.
I would love that. That shield. Then we're going back to Jerald calling the shield right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be contending at that point.
All right, fellas. Any HR said that the West is in the box? Yeah, for sure. Obviously.
Oh, I did see. Yes, that was a quote. I forgot when we started this conversation at the beginning of the pod about that. I did see that. That got me really excited when he had that quote about that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Oh,
you have. 100%. I mean, yeah, you have to. I mean, we only saw a little bit of what this guy could do last year, right? And if he had 3 and 3 before he got injured, played in 6, but had 3 and 3 and whatnot before he gets injured. So, I mean, if that's just a little bit of what he can do in 6 games, this guy could go on a tear in a 34 season game, in a 34 season, in a 34 game season.
Finally get the golden boot.
Oh,
yeah, something that a crew player has not done in forever.
Yeah,
quite honestly. So, Fellas, one more time before we wrap up here. If you enjoyed today's conversation and you want to help keep the show independent and not really sponsor free, but hey, I mean, sponsor free as of now, check out the Wiseman Say merch store. Every hoodie, shirt, hat, mug, and sticker helps keep us doing this. Link is in the show notes and pinned on socials. Check out the link in the description. And if you are watching on a PC, use your phone, scan the top right-hand corner QR code, the one Jerald's ironically looking at right now. You looked
Perfect timing.
You looked, and you looked like you were looking right at it. Other way. Go the other way.
We'll do the
yes, that way. Yes, the one Jerald's looking at right now. Go ahead and scan that QR code with your phone. Derik, it'll be your other way.
Is it?
It'll be it's this way.
What?
Yeah,
Turn your head to the left.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
On my screen, it is the opposite way.
It's on the left?
It's on my right.
Yeah.
When I'm doing this.
Oh,
I'm
okay. Okay,
it's
so
reversed.
Okay, yeah, it's reversed. Yes.
Magic of technology.
Yeah. I forgot about
you gotta have it.
Hey, link is in the show notes. The fireworks. Link is in the show notes, the description on YouTube, pinned on socials, top right hand of your screen. Go ahead and scan that QR code if you're watching on PC. Follow us on social media on Twitter at Wiseman Pod, on Instagram at the Wiseman Say Podcast, on YouTube, obviously at the Wiseman Say Podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, post notifications, turn on that bell for whenever we post next. You guys can follow Jerald on social media.
Jerald_Lucas96.
You guys can follow Derik media
at Funky Moses 17 or this way, depending on whichever way it's showing. Now I have no idea.
Which way did he go?
Sorry.
And you can follow Tyler on Twitter at
Fisher Tyler __.
Doesn't know.
Yeah, I know, right? I really did. You guys can follow me on social media at Fisher Tyler __. And yeah, that's it, fellas. Any last things before we pop on out of here?
Yep. Give me.
Oh, we're getting very close to my favorite podcast. I've only done one, but the unveiling of all the new kits in the power rankings.
You know what? I thought about when that happens, when they all come out. We'll do like a episode. Obviously, we'll run through like a couple topics and whatnot, and then we'll do a tier ranking like we did last year.
Oh, so much fun! Absolutely, got to do it.
So
we're getting very close to that too, because they've now started to release their socials of like asking players questions, and they're all wearing their like new anthem jackets, I think they call them, but like the windbreaker jackets, and they're all zipped up real tight because they're doing photos with the new kits on. So we're getting very, very close, and the season's less than a month away too, so makes sense.
Joe, anything else from you? He found a hard drive with a whole bunch of like.
You're the one doing that?
Yeah,
I thought it was Ty the whole time.
No, he found a hard drive with a whole bunch of sound effects from the media school that he went to, and he uploaded fireworks. you got a something, and I think that's it.
Love that.
Yeah, he uploaded a lot of them, so. That's been him. I did the bongos. I did the drum roll. So thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. Hug your loved ones. Sorry. Gentlemen, friend, as tradition goes, Wisemen say,
Only fools rush
Preseason.
in.
yeah, trust me, we'll get all of this nonsense situated before the 21st. By the way, do we want to do a watch along for that game? I know it's at 10:30 Eastern.
I probably no. Jerald says no.
No, all right. Well, okay, that's fine with me.
I might be able
know,
to. I don't know. I don't know.
wait, hold on. Wait, is it? Hold on. Is it at 10:30?
Yeah.
Probably.
For some reason, I thought it. All right. For some reason, I thought that it was early.
That'd be
No.
nice.
It would be.
But it's in Portland, so I feel like it's got to be.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be at like.
Well, never mind. That doesn't
10.
matter.
Like
I was gonna say because at
10:30.
9:30 they're doing the. It probably is later because at 9:30 they're doing the LA Miami game. I think it's 9:30.
Yeah, it's at
10:30.
10:30. Jesus Christ! At 9:30 they're on.
That's
Oh yeah, LAFC Miami. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right, Joe, my friend. As tradition goes, Wiseman say,
Only fools rush in.
peace out, everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. Hug your loved ones. Go Crew.
Go Crew.
I thought I turned the sound down.